Hello there, welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, Sith Lords. If you enjoy these videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's continue. Okay, Kills Team 22. Okay, just made Berdur and the Handmaiden Jedi Guardians. Now we're ready to leave this planet, Nar Shaddaa. I think I made a bit of a mistake because he can't wear Jedi robes. All the powers that require armor, restricted by armor, I can't use. So I need to give him powers that he can use with armor. Okay. So
ready.
Let's check our journal. Finding an HK factory, new fuel source, lost Jedi relics for the past. Okay. Let's go back to the Ebon Hawk and go. First, I want to go to Telos, and then I want to go to Daxon, Underworld. But first I want to talk with all of my companions.
There. You should be able to do some quick fixes. You won't be able to perform serious repairs, but you should be able to patch up any broken droids.
Berdo's remote has been upgraded, ability to repair other droids in the party.
You know, I think it's time I gave your cutting laser a little boost. It works fine for repairs, but we could use your help in a firefight. Don't worry about it. We'll make sure they keep you out of their scopes. Hey, it's something for Goto to be jealous of, right? Think of it this way. You can keep Goto in line with it.
Okay. Berdo's remote has been outfitted with an improved laser. Okay. Now that finally made the Handmaiden a Jedi, finally I can speak with Visas.
My life for yours.
Are you alright?
I am able to serve. If we enter battle, I will fight and die alongside you.
That's not what I asked. I asked if you were alright.
I have not heard that question in some time. My flesh is healed, if that's the answer you seek.
I didn't mean to hurt you. In Medway, we notice you have scars. Who hurt you?
The scars are many and the causes equally so. It is of no importance.
How did you find me?
I felt you. Heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it.
Who sent you?
I serve my master. I am an emissary, a scout. My master was aware of a disturbance in the Force, but was unaware of its nature, of you. The disturbance is not something one feels from a living thing. There is little my master does not know, and that you eluded his sight for so long is significant. But I do not know why.
I need to know where I can find your master.
You cannot. His vessel roams the borders of known space, and even I do not know where he travels, until he calls for me. Even if I could lead you to my master, I cannot permit you to find him until you are ready.
Ready.
If I bring you before my master untested, without your potential realized, then you will be lost to me. And I cannot allow that to happen. It would be as if one brought fire to a paradise valley, shattered a cavern of rare crystal, or blinded a painter.
My life is unimportant. Your master threatens more than just me.
I cannot, I will not. I would die first, and gladly, to preserve you, untouched, unharmed. Now that I have found you, I cannot sacrifice what I have found.
If he's behind what has befallen the Jedi, then he must be stopped.
You will meet my master. It is inevitable. I have seen it. And when you stand before him and realize what you face, you must be prepared. Until then, I must protect you, help you, until you are ready.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this for me?
There's a greatness in you. A greatness that does not stem from the Force. It stems from who you are. And if my master does not understand you, cannot see you, then perhaps there is hope for us all. But if you seek to survive, then you must understand why this is so.
If your master has trouble detecting me, how are you able to do it?
There is much I see my master cannot. I fear it is because of my nature, the nature of my race. My people spend their lives seeing the galaxy, the energy streaming off stars, the growth of life, all things touched by the Force.
Where are your people, your home, your world, now?
It is not a subject which I have spoken of, since its destruction.
How it was destroyed?
The planet was not destroyed. It remains. It orbits, dead in space. But nothing lives on its surface. It echoes, but there's no one left to hear it.
If your homeworld was destroyed, how did you survive?
I am not certain I did. I was there when the planet died. To see everything around you extinguished. It was as if I was blinded. It was as if the Force had been bled from the world.
As if everything suddenly went silent. I have seen familiar acts of destruction at Malachor.
I've heard tales of Malachor. It is said that many of my people felt the end of the Mandalorian Wars from across the galaxy. But do not mistake me. I did not mean to draw comparisons between KOTOR and Malachor. My homeworld still exists. It is intact.
If your armor was destroyed, how did you survive?
I am not certain to see.
You haven't went silent.
I imagine there are worse deaths, worse pain. But if there are, I do not know them. I was the only living thing remaining on the planet of KOTOR. And my life, my agony, was a flicker in the darkness that was the planet. All that I had been connected to had been severed.
You were the only survivor?
Yes, but it was not survival. I still wonder what would have happened if I had died with the others. If perhaps there would have been some way to hide my presence from the galaxy. If only I had not felt that pain, that loss, as strongly as I did. But it could not be done. When the life was bled from the planet, and yet somehow I remained, my master came for me. He walked upon the surface of my dead world, and there, lying in the bodies of my race, he took me for his own, and he made me see. And for the first time I saw the galaxy, and I wished to die.
He made you see.
To this galaxy, my world, absent the currents and spectrums of the Force, was nothing but crude matter, rock, flesh, emptiness. He showed the flickering of life on other planets. the mass of beings that swarm through the empty places of the galaxy. To see such creatures, disconnected from themselves, their world, their place in it, unable to see the currents and how they affected everything around them.
And why did your master show you this?
He showed me to make me believe in his cause. He convinced me the galaxy, all life, must die. He fed upon its ugliness, its screaming, and in its place, he left silence. And where there was chaos, he brought stillness and order.
I don't understand. It would have taken several Republic cruisers to destroy the surface of KOTOR. How did your master destroy your homeworld? To kill himself on such a scale, it's impossible.
It was not a thing done with machines or weapons. The Force is far more terrible, and it touches more lives than any machine can hope to slay. For everyone that feels the Force, strongly, deeply, each one feels and perceives it in their own way. You have strengths, whether you know it or not. And my master has his. His power is great, and it comes from hunger. He is a wound in the Force, more presence than flesh. And in his wake,
Wound in the Force, huh?
life dies, sacrificing itself to his hunger. And those who feel the Force strongly are beacons to his hunger. My people, my planet, would have been attacked in time. It was inevitable. Yet we could do nothing about it.
Why did your master destroy KOTOR?
The Jedi, the last council of the Jedi, came to our world to meet in secret. They hoped that perhaps among our people, they could achieve the clarity to see what was striking them from the darkness of the galaxy. They succeeded, but only in bringing him from the outer regions. And KOTOR, with my kind, with the Jedi upon its surface, could no longer be ignored. And my people died, and the Jedi died, and there was no one left, only me.
Wow. Why did the Jedi meet on KOTOR?
They hoped to see the threat that had been stalking them, and they did. But they were unprepared for the magnitude of the threat.
He attacked it because the Jedi had guns out?
He cannot deny his hunger for long. And any gathering of Jedi is
Hungry
something
boy.
he cannot long resist. And now that the Jedi are vanishing, I do not know what will happen. Perhaps he will grow strong enough to eradicate all life, merely with his presence.
Wisdom. It may starve him, make him more desperate.
I do not understand what you mean.
Just thinking out loud, why did the Jedi meet on KOTOR?
They hoped to see the threat that had been stalked.
Okay, attack the Jedi, forget the adult questions.
I will answer.
Tell me about your homeworld. Was your master the one sent to Paragos?
I am not familiar with the place you speak of. My master has not entered Republic space for some time, but there are others who may move more freely, who may have been responsible.
What do you mean?
There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains in the wake of the Jedi Civil War. Where one moves, it is not always known to the others. But their purpose is the same. The death of all Jedi, everywhere. They believe you are the last of the Jedi, and their hatred of the Jedi unites them. All their eyes are upon you, and it is a terrible, quiet, dark...
Okay, other question. Was your master behind the destruction of Paragos?
My master did not cause the end of the planet. There are many factions where they...
Okay. More question. I have heard your species is blind. How are you able to see?
My people once had the power to perceive events, to see through the Force. That sight may manifest itself in many ways, and at times, I may affect the abilities of others to see as well.
You sound as if that sight is lost to you.
My sight has been damaged. What I have taught you, it is not the full extent of the perceptions of my people.
Kisas has a limited ability to see the Force. She has Force sight in first-person mode and can use it as a Force power by spending Force points.
My master, when he showed me my world, showed it to me as it is. It hurt. And since that moment, it has been difficult to perceive the Force as I once did. But after traveling with you, I feel that perhaps there was a gift in it, hidden beneath the pain.
When one endures it, gives hope to others and themselves.
Only when one suffers do certain truths become evident, both of the galaxy and of the self. And I feel you are an example of this.
I have other question for you.
I will.
Okay, distraction. See for the
If you
Force.
first now there, it is not as difficult.
I learned this ability. Nice. And again, achievement. Your eyes can deceive you. You have gained the Force points and Force sight. This allows you to perceive the alignment of others and see through the obstacles.
It will take effort to maintain such sight, but you now have that power, and with it you can use it to see life around you in a different way.
Okay, nice.
Forgive me, but before you go, I must ask, why do you do this? Why do you seek to help me? Teach me?
Because I believe you can be saved.
You must not do this. I cannot allow you to weaken yourself for me.
To help another is not weakness, it is a strength to them both.
So you say, but it is not something I have observed or seen.
What do you mean?
I remember little of my homeworld before I entered my master's service. It is not as it was. There is little left of such memories. Or the planet itself.
Tell me about your homeworld.
It is not a subject which I have...
Your master destroy your homeworld? Why did your master? How it was destroyed?
The planet was not destroyed. I am not... Yes, I put a... and... to...
Okay, already done.
I
Gone for this dialogue tree. Okay, light side, influence gain visas, maximum force points. Okay, let's see. Level 15 Counselor, level 4 Watchman. Let's check my powers. Let's see. Battle recognition. This power allows the Jedi sense for increased Jedi reaction. Adds the wisdom to their defense. Recognition, Jedi camouflage. Force channel. Here it is. Foresight. This power allows the Jedi to see using the Force. Some obstacles can be through and sentience glow in the light. Lasts for 20 seconds. Okay, so she is in the light side. Let's check all the companions. I cannot see droids. He's in the light. Let's check. She's in the light. Let's check Kreia. She's appear gray. Okay. And Hanhar is seen gray. KOTOR is a droid. You cannot see him. T3 is a droid. He appears light side. Nice. Okay, let's talk to Hanhar. I didn't talk to him. There is something wrong with you. It's like you carry a light within you. It casts fire upon me. It is constant to shadowlands around you. It is the sign of one who is at peace. No, this it feels wrong. I would let it trouble you. I will not let it trouble you. I would let it serve it as an example. We'll see for now. I will leave you be. I had a question for you. Nothing but questions. order you to answer me. You will never be free of your debt unless you do. Okay. I heard you hunt humans. This is a monster people call the debt. It's a gift, recognition. When humans are normal, they show me death. Your kind. How do you hunt us? Count the woman, fall upon the shackles, and survive. If you continue to cause that suffering, it will never end. Not all humans are like the slavers who came to your world. You blame species for the crimes of a few. Any humans that cannot stand against you deserve to die. Okay. Why did you make your home on Arshada? Shadowlands. What do you mean? If you're implying that some connection in our exile is nothing coming between us, what do you mean? Why do you call it the Shadowlands? Never mind, okay. Before you mentioned Shadowlands, what did you mean? Why did you wear these shackles? What do you mean? Influence failure. Okay, I need more influence with him. Why do you follow me? Why did you kill Mira? Awareness, I do not believe you. Persuade. And what weakness about her made you want to kill her? By other hunter, it has spared my life. She spared my life as an insult to break my spirit. Humans don't generally do this as an insult. Think you mistook her intention. I could not care less what humans think amongst my people, it makes a slave. Awareness, so you had nothing to improve? There are many who believed that she was better hunter than me. And in the end, to hunt, not to kill, is that the goal of bring life to the Shadowlands. And you were angry at her weakness, and rightfully so. So you killed her because she would not. Her choice is to be admired, not hated. Let's try to gain influence with him. And you were angry at her weakness, and rightfully so. Okay, other questions? Why did you make your home an Arshada? I like my home. Shadowlands. Okay, forget it. Influence gained Hanhar, influence lost Hanhar. Okay, let's save. Let's try to talk to him again. You will speak to me with respect or I will break you. Stop stalking the sheep, stay in one place and don't move. Why are you pacing so much? Stop stalking. Are you alright? Okay, I need to gain more influence with him. Let's talk to Berdur. First, let's try to upgrade my lightsaber. This crystal, yellow, silver. Let's keep it silver for now. create items. Lightsaber. Okay, what I'm missing? I'm missing a meter and energy cell. So let's see. Create an emitter and energy cell. Discharge energy cell. Massive criticals. Massive criticals. Energy cell and emitter. Let's have energy cell. Massive criticals 1 to 4 damage against droids. Deflection emitter +1 blaster deflection. Improve deflection emitter defense -1 defense. Okay, let's create this. Wall deflection defense -1. Disruption emitter. Advanced disruption. Facing emitter. Lens. Okay, now I want energy cell. So do I want massive criticals or just more damage? I think let's check my lightsaber. It has 19 to 20 times 2. I already do a lot of damage, so I think I will create superior energy cell for more damage. Okay, I need more components, so let's break down some components. Let's break it down. Now let's create superior energy cell. Create. Now I can upgrade my lightsaber for 1 defense, deflection, and 4 more damage. Assemble. Now I have 1 more defense and a lot more damage. Okay, nice. Let's talk to Beodor.
Yes, General?
I want to teach you some techniques I've learned in my travels.
If you think they'll help.
Okay, Beodor's gained foresight. Nice.
Yes, General? Sorry, General.
Don't have shields. Okay, that's all I can talk to him. Let's talk to HK.
Observation. Notice that I did not ask if you need anyone killed. You may be curious as to why. Answer. That is because you told me to stop asking if you needed anyone killed. So I have. From now on, I will simply say, I am ready to serve. Yes, ready to serve. In whatever way a common protocol or utility droid might serve. Seems that is my lot in life. Not to kill.
If I let you ask if I need anyone killed, but don't order you to do so, will that be enough?
Answer. It is a start, Master, and as such is acceptable. If you happen to change your mind, however, I feel I must tell you, I will gladly kill anyone you ask. Please, I beg you. Just a quick death. A little one. To tide me over until the next firefight we're in. Combat is nice, but the stalking of prey is far more enjoyable.
Keep that in mind.
Statement.
Okay, I found the Navi computer template with any idea how it's locked. I will scattered along the galaxy. Who was your previous master?
Answer.
Need more influence with him. Okay. Why did you ask me about the Mandalorian Wars?
Answer. Why? Because your actions then and now are related, and I feel I need some context. I confess to being somewhat needy that way.
What do you mean?
Statement. Sometimes, Master, it is difficult for meatbags to step back and gain some perspective on death and its importance in their insignificant lives. Explanation. You see, Master, assassination is such a versatile tool. I have seen the removal of a single target have far-reaching consequences for a nation, world, even a galaxy. The repercussions of even the smallest lives, whether dead or alive, can have profound implications.
That's a very human perspective.
Statement. Master, please, any comparisons between me and your meatbag status leaves a fluctuating, intermittent charge through my control clusters. I was only trying to bring death and its impact.
Add more questions. I want to ask about the other HK units.
Statement.
What of them? Tell me about the sonic imprint sensor. Do you know where the clones are being created?
Answer. I
Do not know. I do know
answer.
that. Okay.
Recitation. I answer.
Okay. Do you know anything about the Sith antennas?
Answer. No. This new Sith. Answer. Tweet.
Okay. Let's talk to T3. Could you stop moving around the ship? When I was captured by KOTOR, how were you able to find KOTOR's yacht? You snuck into Vogel's droid warehouse to steal the codes. So who was transmitting the codes to KOTOR's yacht? The droids. Interesting. Okay. Do you know where the HK droid in the cargo bay came from? You were trying to rebuild him. Why? And any idea how its parts got scattered all over the galaxy? Okay. How's the Ebon Hawk? Okay. Can you play the hologram message again?
T3, there's not much time. Now, I've seen her start to turn as we near the end, but there's still a chance to save her. Now, if I fail, I need you to do whatever you can to protect her. Now, I'm convinced that whatever the Jedi Council did, there's still some humanity left. Do what you can, T3. If you don't...
Okay. If you can give it a list of Jedi Masters, I want to practice my moving meditation I learned on you. I'm fine now. I need to ask you some questions. No, I need origami spike. Put it in good use. Can resume his socket on the ship. Never mind. Okay, let's talk to the handmaiden. Save.
Yes?
Can you teach me some more fighting moves?
There is nothing more I can teach you.
Any reason why you have to fight without your clothes?
Duels among the Ichon.
Well, the duels without clothes seem a little exposed.
Your modesty has...
Can you ask them some questions? Did Etis ever mention me? Is there a reason you called the last of the handmaidens?
I am the last. It dishonors, but I can't... Perhaps...
What do you mean?
There is much knowledge on... There is so much about their...
Battle is not a true... Combat is not the way.
To the Ichon...
Combat to your cause, so you consider slaughter a mean of
It
expression?
was... When... Yeah, I believe... But to... It...
Okay, nothing new to say. Let's talk to Kreia. Let's save.
Yes. Have you come with questions?
I want to teach you more about the Force.
Very well.
The bond we share. Before he taught me to listen, I wish to continue that lesson.
Very well. Sit with me.
Okay.
You have brushed the surface thoughts of another. It is a start. Calm yourself. This time, silence your own thoughts. Keep them still. Imagine the waters of the room of 1,000 fountains, each stream suddenly falling silent and still. Imagine the ice of Telos, cold and smooth as it gathers upon the plateau. Now, stretch out. Feel the ship around you. Strip away the metal and see the souls and minds of those that fill its corridors with more thoughts and dreams and worries than can fill the space of this ship.
As my feet walk from the ashes of KOTOR, I shall not fear, for in fear lies death, and...
From the first movement flows the second. Strike. Repeat. Circle one's opponent. Repeat. Faster. Quicker. If Father had been faster. If only Father had been faster. If I was faster, I would no longer be the last of my sisters. But does Atris love him? Jedi do not love. Does Atris hate him? Jedi do not hate. This journey is harder than any she has sent me on.
Switch the face of the +1 -1 card. The totals are 9-10. Switch the face of the +2 -2 card. The total is 8-11. Switch.
Your command echoes still, General, and I obey, as I did at Malachor.
As my feet walk from the ashes of KOTOR,
Switch the face of the +1
I shall
-1
not
card.
fear,
The totals are 9-10.
for in fear
Switch the face of the +2
Your command
death.
echoes
card.
still,
The
General,
total is 8
and I obey,
Switch.
as I did at Malachor.
That sound in the background, what is it?
Not now. Focus on my voice.
Malachor.
Now do you hear me? Truly hear me.
I hear you. This is incredible.
You have taken the first steps on a much longer road, Exile.
What about the droids and Hanhar?
The droids cannot be read in such a way, nor the beast. He has little thoughts to speak of. As for the alien who served with you in the war, its thoughts are more difficult, requiring many translations in meaning. Often it is better to read their impulses and images than their spoken thoughts. That is why he is deaf to you. I have found his impulses are cold, like a dead weight. His thoughts are black.
Persuade lie. Of course, that would explain what I heard nothing from him. But I did hear something from Berto.
Indeed. It is strange that I did not.
Maybe it's because I know him better, I served with him.
Perhaps. I would not put much weight on such things.
There was something wrong with Atton's thoughts.
Of course there was. It is because Atton was not playing Pazak, yet he counts cards in his head. At times, he will list off engine sequencers, memorize the hyperspace routes on the other side of the galaxy, count the ticking in the power couplings, even though they are fixed. At other times, he will imagine certain base lusts, certain indignities. It may be Atton is far cleverer than he feigns to be. Or perhaps he is simply a fool.
Perhaps. Maybe I will go see him and see how the puzzle game is coming. Maximum force points increased and more. Okay, I want to check something. This is +4 constitution. Save. Let's talk to her again.
Yes,
Teach me about the force.
very well.
He spawned. I heard something like an echo before I heard the thoughts of my companions.
Ah, I had wondered if... But your powers are strong indeed. Now is not the time to speak of this. Wait until you have more of the galaxy within you, and we shall speak again.
What do you mean?
Every step on our journey shall bring with it discoveries. With persistence, you shall... And for every planet we reach, all that we touch with our presence...
Okay. I will return when I'm both more experienced and have traveled all the planets of the Masters.
Yes?
Teach me about lightsaber combat.
That is something we will leave.
You need to find a lightsaber. Okay, maybe if I strip myself from a lightsaber,
Yes.
huh? And now let's use.
That is some.
You need a two-handed lightsaber with yourself. 1 4 faces. Okay, so let's take Visa's lightsaber. Now let's try
Yes.
lightsaber combat.
That is.
You need two single-handed. I need two single-handed lightsabers. Okay. Need single-handed lightsabers.
Yes.
Okay, wish to know. Yes, and I need some answers.
Ask.
Why do you have that psychotic walking on board?
The beast is a lesson in strength. Learn that lesson, then you will understand.
Maybe I don't need any more teachings. What do you mean?
The beast's strength is prodigious, and you can learn much from it, or draw upon it. His life can be a beacon in the dark places of the galaxy where there is no life.
And how am I led to this lesson?
Speak with him, discern his nature, perhaps.
Okay, other questions? What do you know about Visa's master?
He, if he can truly be called a man any longer, is one of the dark lords that pursues you. I do not think he knows what you are. Not yet. He spared the Miraluka, and that may have been the last shred of feeling that exists within him. Keep his slave close to you. I suspect there was a reason he spared her, and perhaps a reason that she survived when the rest of her people...
He's no longer a man.
One cannot have power of that magnitude that her master possesses and still think and perceive the universe as we do, as most of us do. I had hoped that you would not have to confront him, but her presence here has changed all that. You will have to meet him in battle. You must be prepared to sacrifice the blinded one. Perhaps her death will buy you the time you need to deal with her master.
If that is what must be done for victory, then I will do so.
Then you have a chance. Without her...
How did he destroy her home world?
It is a technique that is almost as old as the Sith themselves. It is a means of severing connection. It cannot be taught.
And he used it to kill the entire planet.
Yes, and he fed upon its destruction.
How can anyone have that kind of power?
Power? You would be wrong. There is no strength in the hunger he possesses, and the will behind... And it devours him as he devours others. His mere presence kills all around him, slowly feeding him. He is already dead. It is simply a question of how many.
That kind of power is impossible. How is he able to perform such slaughter?
Nothing is impossible with the Force. And like energy, it may be harnessed. Do not think of it. The sect of assassins that chase you feed on. And that is why they and their techniques must be what.
How they are able to drain the Force?
As much as one may use the Force to bolster the wills and strengths of others, instead of sending one's will through connect.
But all life is touched by the Force.
Then you understand how terrible such a power is. It is an empty road to the dark side, and he is a breach in the Force.
How does he use his power? So he feeds on Force sensitive.
It is not something he can direct or focus. Much Force sensitives and worlds rich in the Force draw him. That is why where the Jedi gather, Jedi will die. He will feel it unless they mask their presence. And he cares nothing. And when the Jedi are dead, he will feed on the galaxy. There is no future in the empty galaxy he sees.
Do you have an idea why he spared her?
Perhaps he is bound to her, as I am bound to you. If so, there may be a... You must be prepared to sacrifice.
Okay. Da, da, da. Okay. Let's save again. Let's talk to her.
Yes?
I come with an answer.
Ask.
Okay, what are your Jedi Sith? Do you know Etris Dawn? Did you know Revan?
Perhaps. I think it is fair to say that few did.
Where did Revan come from?
Revan had a mother and father, parents, ancestors, like all Jedi do, and when she awakened to her potential, but where she was born. Some said that Revan was born in the outer regions, beyond the Rim, and that's what called to her during the... It was the call.
What else do you know of Revan?
I know more, but it may not be enough.
Where did Revan come from? What caused Revan to fall or turn to the Republic?
Fall? Ah, you were there at Malachor. Revan's choices were always her own. It was not teaching or...
But Revan was a monster, then what made her turn to the dark side and become a Sith Lord?
Is that what she was? Or was she always true to... And there is something that the Council may never understand. The difference between a fall and a sacrifice is sometimes difficult, but I feel that Revan understood that difference more than... The galaxy would have fallen if Revan had not gone to war. Perhaps she became the Dark Lord out of necessity to prevent a greater evil.
Perhaps.
I do not believe the Jedi Council changed Revan as they claimed. They merely stripped away the surface and allowed the true self to emerge again, someone who was willing... But that is my belief.
You trained her.
She came to me, yes. Both before and after. Before Revan knew herself. And after, in the times when Revan was coming into her own and learning she was more than she had been told. At one time, Revan was my Padawan, in times past long ago. But Revan, when she had learned all she could, had other masters, that fool Jar and other Jedi on other planets. She learned from each, but in the end, she turned back to me when she realized there was nothing more to be learned from the Jedi except how one could leave them forever.
So she was Revan teacher. What was Revan like as a student?
Revan was power. It was like staring into the heart of the Force. Even then you could see the Jedi she would slay etched on her soul.
What do you see when you look at me?
You are different. When I look at you, it is like staring at the death of the Force.
What else do you know of Revan? Okay. Other question. If the Jedi cast you out, how come Atreus and none of the Jedi Master mention you?
Ignorance. And perhaps they do not remember or care. It is of no consequence.
Awareness, you're lying.
Am I? Then perhaps you should know. There are techniques in the Force where one can cloud the memory of others, make their presence so small as to be unnoticed. And on the worlds where we have encountered these Jedi, there is much life and death where sensing such things is difficult. As I said, it is of no consequence.
Do you use a technique on me?
No, but if I did, you would never know, so my words only carry as much worth as you believe them to. But perhaps you will understand this, that perhaps it is important to me that you see me and my actions uncloaked. It is important that your judgments, whether be good or bad, stem from seeing me as I truly am.
Accept that and I trust you. I still think you're lying to me and you haven't told me anything.
Then you are learning quickly. Distrust is an effective shield and should be carried always.
More experience. Okay. Let's talk to Goto.
Yes. Is there something you have come to offer me?
Considering I saved you, could be more grateful.
The fact we are even having a conversation is gratitude. Usually, my conversations do not have the give and take that our current interaction does. And of course, there is much more screaming on the part of the listener when the torture...
I had some questions for you. Wanting to save the Republic, how is it possible? What capabilities does your droid possesses?
It has been assigned to guard and protect you. It is skilled in intimidation, interrogation, and can provide a series... For the most part, it will follow your orders.
And if they do?
Then its proton core will detonate, turning this ship into space dust. There is no...
What skills does it have?
This unit comes with a droid scrambler that you may use against mechanized. Use it, and it will cause droids to wage a civil war in their program. Its power source is not. In addition, this unit comes equipped with a portable cloaking generator.
Those can all prove an asset. Good to have you standing with us, I mean, floating with us.
How droll. What an amusing...
I want to save the Republic, how is that possible?
There are several factors. There is the stabilization of Dantooine, the preservation of the restoration efforts on Telos, the political resolution on Onderon, and the unification of a religious power base in the galaxy. Either Jedi...
Is there anything you can do to help this system and the people, either information resources?
The destruction of my yacht and of all my activities on Nar Shaddaa carry a cost that would take you several... But perhaps the offer of credits will spur you to act quicker. For every system you stabilize, I will reward you.
I don't want reward. Jedi lives is sacrifice, not gain. If you have the credits, then that is all I need to hear.
See that you do not disappoint me.
Then let's hear what you need to be done.
There is the stabilization.
Okay, tell me about Dantooine.
Dantooine is a vital... If its stability is compromised, then the Republic will lose control over many outlets. The economic loss from such outer worlds is greater than the Republic is aware of.
What's the situation on Onderon?
Onderon is an outer rim world, rich in ecological resources. Its aggressive ecology is capable. It is currently experiencing a political...
Tell me about efforts on Telos.
Telos is instrumental to the stability of the Republic. Its success or failure will dictate the economic forecasts of men. Of course, since the destruction of the Faragas facility, the odds of the Telos restoration...
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. I'm getting tired of being blamed for Paras. It was necessary to destroy the planet to stop the Sith.
I hope you do not decide that the next thing that must be destroyed to stop the Sith is the galaxy itself. Perhaps one must ask themselves at what point defending your religious ID, as long as your defense does not exterminate more than...
I'm getting tired of being blamed for Argos.
Then stop causing events of planetary destruction. You are a walking catastrophe, and you are not making sense.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault, it was necessary. Tell me about Dantooine. Other questions. Okay. Want me to save the Republic? Where is your base of operation?
Now, that would be telling. For now, my presence...
Other questions. What abilities the droid possess? Do you know anything about the HK droid sent after me?
The assassin droids.
Why are they hunting me?
Why, I asked them to. To be honest, I believe that was always their intention.
Do you know where they're coming from?
If you mean produced, I do know that there are a surprising number scattered throughout the Republic fleet, searching for you.
You mean they're trying to come after me? What are they doing in the Republic fleet?
They are masquerading as protocol droids. I have discovered that when they are used in negotiations, they have a predictable pattern of sabotaging whatever peace treaties they are involved with.
Why doesn't the Republic know?
Because the Republic has no reason to investigate otherwise, and any discovery...
Why haven't you acted on this information?
Because their behavior is predictable, of course. By monitoring their presence, I know which worlds will suffer civil wars, planetary conflicts, and...
Are they going to keep coming after me?
Of course they are. They're droids with very specific... Unless you shut them down at the source, they will be stalked. Why don't you ask their predecessor? That archaic memory-impaired assassination droid will know more.
There's questions. On the TR you mentioned Revan, but Revan sought to destroy the Republic.
A common misconception not supported by facts. Revan did not intend to destroy the Republic. She deliberately left the infrastructure of many planets intact, and many military production facilities.
But why? Revan has limitless forces.
I believe that by whatever means she used to build her armada, she recognized that it was somehow a limited source, or that she was only willing to use it to a point. My prediction is that whatever production facility was being employed, it carried a price that Revan perceived, and that is why Revan left many
But why? Revan would need to conquer anything else once the Republic was beaten.
That is what occupies my calculations as well. I believe that Revan saw a war on another front that we did not, or saw the value in...
Do you know where Ebon got her forces?
That is also a mystery to me. I do not have any evidence upon... It is significant that after the defeat of Malak, the forces decreased considerably, and after Revan's departure from known space, it is my prediction that whatever was producing such forces needed a strong, effective leader to ensure...
What about Malak?
Unlike Revan, Malak demonstrated no concern for the future of the Republic in his attacks. His stratagems were painfully obvious, intending to crush all resistance everywhere. There was little thought beyond the complete destruction of anything that opposed him. He left quite a mess. I'm still trying to assess all the damage. Between the two, I would have preferred Revan rule the galaxy. She had foresight in her conquest, a subtlety that Malak did not possess.
Do you know where Ebon got her force? Okay, no, nothing, never mind. Okay, I got influence gained. Let's talk to Aton. Save.
Something up?
Aton, why you play Pazak in your head? I wish to learn something for I've learned.
Alright. But I tell you, I think you're carrying this teacher thing too far.
Okay, Aton gained.
Got it. I'll be...
Something up?
I want to teach you some of the techniques and travels.
Alright, I'm game. What did you want to show me?
And you gain foresight.
Alright.
Okay.
Something up?
Some of my techniques.
Alright, I'm...
Breath control.
Alright.
Something up?
More techniques.
Oh yeah?
Weapon focus
Alright.
lightsaber. Nice.
Something up?
Aton, why are you playing Pazak in your head?
Passes the time. It's better than listing off engine sequencers, memorizing hyperspace routes, or counting ticks in the power couplings.
Repairs. There are no tricks in the power coupling. It's fixed.
Of course it's fixed. And that's why you should count the ticking in the power coupling, too.
You're not making... That doesn't to answer my question.
Why do I play Pazak? Alright, I'll show you.
I don't want to play Pazak. Look, you don't have the credit. It's a friendly game show. Let's play. Okay, let's play Pazak. Subtracts or adds 1 from your score and allows you to win a tight games. This is double the last card and this remove the 3s and 6s. Okay, let's play. Stand. Damn it. Aton, you're good. Stand. Fuck! He's good, this Aton. Nice. Win one more game. I'm all set.
Good match. Now, what are you thinking about right now?
I was trying to compute the totals to 20.
Right. And that's why I play Pazak in my head. Because if you don't, you've left the door open. And anyone could walk right in.
Aton, before I set your mind was Kreia help. I'm sorry.
Of course you did. You see, Jedi, light or dark, do it. More often than you'd think. But I never heard one say they were sorry before. That's a new house rule.
Play Pazak to shield your thoughts.
No, I play Pazak in my head. But while I'm doing that, it's a lot harder for someone to walk in.
Can you teach me to shield my thoughts?
No. I can only teach you to play Pazak. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Then I want to learn to play Pazak.
Good. Now you understand. Alright, I'll deal then. If you're ever fighting someone who has the power over your mind, whether light or dark, play Pazak. Start listing hyperspace routes, recite engine sequencers, and when they try to use their powers on you, suddenly it's not as easy as they thought. Jedi do it all the time. And when they walk in the dark places of your mind, they'll use it to hold you by the throat.
Atton has taught you to play Pazak in your head as a way of resisting mental domination. You have gained a permanent +1 to willpower saves. Influence gained Atton. Nice! So again, one more will save. Okay. Now I want... First of all, let's equip my double-bladed lightsaber. In the next episode, I will continue my quest. I will go to Alderaan, but first I will go to Telos to buy some nice implant and to gain my money from the dancer and to give the Lieutenant Kren the fuel source that I have got. So thank you very much for watching. Let's save. Need to delete this. Heroes. Our team 23. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.